So, yeah, we're surrounded right now by a silent and invisible menace that is like a slow-moving natural disaster.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Right? And it's the weirdest thing. And so I think right now, more than ever, we just need a staggering amount of compassion and understanding and coordination and cooperation and collectivism. So reach out to those relatives or friends that are on their own and just check on their mental health. This is the Corpsepaint Show on the Ides of March. Hey, Lily Lurid and myself say hello. Yeah, on the Ides of March, and we're going to welcome our first guest. Get right to it. We're excited to talk to Chris Alexander, former editor-in-chief of Fangoria Magazine, but so much more that he does. Hey, Chris.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on.
It's great to have you, and we look forward to seeing you in May. So far, everything is green light, of course, for Texas Frightmare Weekend. So, hey, I heard you say once that you, and I kind of identify with this because I like to stay busy, is that you self-medicate by just doing stuff and creating projects and producing film and writing music. And is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, it is. I mean, since I was a little boy, I mean, you know, I discovered monster movies in the band Kiss and things that were kind of fantastic and larger than life. And I was so mesmerized by this stuff. It opened up a portal into this world that was not the mundane reality. I mean, I enjoyed my childhood, more or less, until I got a bit older. It got a little complicated, but there was something so magical about fantasy, dark fantasy films and entertainment and rock and roll. And I've always been the kind of guy that didn't just respond to this stuff as an audience, as an observer, as a voyeur. I wanted to be part of it. Yeah. And I've never gotten any kind of higher than actually creating art. In whatever media that I can get my mitts on, that's the biggest buzz I've ever got. And I can't imagine outside of being a parent, which I have 3 little boys, you know, which is kind of cool too, because that's also creating art. Yep. You know, I've never gotten a bigger buzz than making stuff.
But it's always been in the macabre, right? For you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, same thing. Well, I think all of us who like this stuff, everybody in this frequency right now, I mean, we get it. Life is dark. I mean, it's an amalgam of many different things, but there's something about the darkness, the dark side. I think somebody said this. It was my friend Damien Eccles, who you may know him, West Memphis 3.
Of course, yes.
And he was quoting somebody else, but it was my first exposure to this quote. Was that, you know, you're happy to see a monster, or you're attracted to a monster because that's proof that there's actually magic. And so, you know, the fact that there was this something larger than you, something darker than you, something stranger than you and mystical was proof that there was more to this mortal coil. So my love of the macabre is not because I'm addicted to watching people get ripped apart, although that's fun too. I mean, Dawn of the Dead is behind me, and when I first saw Dawn of the Dead, guts coming out of bodies being ripped out of bikers who were screaming and zombies running. I mean, that was on a visceral level exciting to me, and it still is. But there's more to it. There's kind of an intellectual and spiritual side to the love of the macabre and horror that I've always continued to explore. Yeah. And it's just the most interesting thing to me. I mean, like I said, if I want real life, I'll look out my window. I watch movies and escape into that stuff because I want something a little more.
Love it. Hey, say hi to Lily, because you're going to see us both at Texas Frightmare Weekend.
Awesome. Hey, Lily.
Hi.
And she is our new co-host here. And we look forward to seeing you, man, and hopefully we can grab you for a picture or something, or buy you a coffee in the lobby or anything like that, Chris. But just looking forward to having you back in Dallas.
Yeah, it's been. I was there 2 years ago, and I was literally in and out. I came for a night, and I left the next morning. So I'm looking forward to loitering for quite some time.
Yeah, loitering with Lloyd.
Loitering with Lloyd. Yeah, he was one of the finest human beings on the planet. I'm serious, man. I've been doing this for like a long time. And I met a lot of people, and a lot of them are $3 bills. You can't really trust them. They're phonies. And Lloyd's one of the few people that I actually not only trust, but I genuinely like in this business. I always at these conventions, I always say the emphasis is on the word con, and Lloyd is a real straight shooter. So I'm looking forward to seeing him again.
Well, no kidding. That's great to hear, man. So I remember, Lily, I remember Chris saying once that Texas Frightmare Weekend is his favorite horror convention on the planet.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, I actually, I'm the co-founder of a convention in Toronto. So it's my second favorite convention. But
oh, okay.
Yeah, but generally speaking, I've never liked conventions. When I was with Rue Morgue and we used to do the Festival of Fear in Toronto, I always felt like I'd rather be anywhere else on the planet but there. I find conventions by and large to be kind of disingenuous. I sometimes feel kind of sad for the participants, if they're the talent, all these larger than life mythical artists who are sitting over the sidelines, kind of just desperately waiting for you to come and say hello to them. And but something about Texas Frightmare, it feels like the greatest party on earth. It's like it's packed, everybody's making money, everyone's excited to be there. There's a kind of communal feeling to everything. The fact that you can just spend, I've been to Dallas a few times and I've never left that hotel. I don't even know what your city looks like, I really don't. It's like a planet unto itself, and you feel when you're there, and everybody's with you. You're sitting in the bar with Tom Savini, and you're having a drink, and then you're all the walls are kind of broken down. There's just a generally good vibe to that shit.
That's the word. It's a good vibe. It's goodwill, and it's a good vibe. You're right. That's what makes Frightmare is the participants and all the volunteers and Lloyd, and he sets the tone.
Yeah, no, I agree. From the first year I was there, I think the first year I was there was with when I was running Fango, and I guess we were a sponsor that year. And again, one of the greatest weekends of my life in this universe was that first taste of Texas Frightmare.
All right. Hey, you're going to be playing live darkwave. Hey, I thought of a new genre name for your music. What can we call it? Sinister synth or sinister wave?
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want. It's so funny because I didn't even know the term dungeon synth until recently. I'm like, dungeon. Yeah. Like, yeah, okay, I kind of get that. Everyone's always trying to put labels on stuff, and people say, well, what kind of music do you do? And I want to call it rock and roll, but it's not rock and roll, I guess, traditionally, although the influence is there. I don't know. It's hard to describe. A huge John Carpenter influence, huge Goblin influence, Tangerine Dream, but also a big Pink Floyd influence in my stuff too.
You bet. I want to jump now to the Texas Frightmare Weekend website, and then if you click on schedule of events and scroll down, there you are right there, your big CA logo.
Yeah.
And a picture of what people will see on the Friday night of Texas Frightmare Weekend, which is May 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you are right there.
Cool.
And you're going to bring a drummer.
Yeah. I've been doing this live synth for a long time, and I'm doing this on my phone, and believe it or not, Charles Band, who I work with.
Oh, great! Yeah,
trying to call in to me, and I have to keep sending him the voicemail. This is very funny.
No. I think just say hi to him and tell him you're on live, and that we say hello from Dallas.
Yeah. I hope he got the message. I'll tell him later. It's okay. But so I've always in my mind wanted to hear it with a drummer. It's always been Drum Machine, but Dave Bertrand, Toronto guy, I brought on board a few years ago, and it just brings the sound to bringing more of a rock and roll edge to the sound, and real prog rock edge.
Yeah,
he's great. He's a hell of a drummer, and it just kind of takes it to the next level.
Hey, and speaking of Charles Band, Delirium Magazine is still you and Charles, right?
Yeah, Charlie and I. When I was doing Fango, towards the end, well, it was always in trouble. The publisher at the time was, a bit of a grafter. Let's put it that way. It's a nice way of putting it. But towards the end of it, I could feel, the wheels falling off. It didn't feel right. I was putting my own money into it. It didn't feel good. And I wanted to try something new anyways. And Charlie and I met in Toronto. We had dinner together and we kind of came up with this concept. Charlie acts very fast. If he likes the idea, it's in motion immediately. And I pitched him the idea of this magazine, and within like a couple months, we had the first issue out.
Yeah.
And that was, we just finished issue number 22. So it's still us. It's still me as the editor-in-chief, and Charlie publishing, and Michael Gingold. I basically brought in all the old Fango guys. So Mike Gingold is managing editor. Bill Mahaly, who's been designing magazines, monster magazines since the 70s, with Warren, like Creepy, Eerie, Vampirella, Famous Monsters of Filmland, and all the Fangoria issues from 82 up to 2015 or 2016, before it went out the first time. So I brought them all with me, and it's been basically this little group running that mag the entire time.
And it's monthly?
It's quarterly.
Quarterly. All right. Yeah. Hey, look, so we're going to jump to your website real quick. It's chrisalexanderonline.com, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. chrisalexanderonline.com. So I ordered some music here, and you've got CDs, you've got all the music we were just talking about, your dark wave, dungeon wave, synth wave, sinister synth, as I call it, is there for sale, and I like this website, man. So I want to direct people to head here and find some of your music.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so my albums are on there. Some of my films and T-shirts, stuff like that. All the stuff that the current patch of stuff, available things that I've done are on that site.
Good. Hey, do you mind if we show the video?
Which one?
Well, okay.
Which one?
Okay, the one I sent to our engineer Jason is let's see, I forget the name of it. This is Jason. Which one is it?
It's called "Don't Open the Window."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. That was like a little cool short film video clip that a Toronto filmmaker named Andre Becker made for my song "Don't Open the Window." Yeah, please show it.
Yeah, this is a good representation of what you will hear Friday, May 1st, right? Live from Chris Alexander.
Yeah, that's right.
Good deal. So we're gonna pop over to this and come right back to you, Chris.
Okay.
is atmospheric, great music, Chris.
Cool, thanks, man. Yeah, I like that clip. I like the video he made too. It's very minimalist. It's got kind of like a Kenneth Anger meets Richard Kern kind of vibe to it that I thought was kind of understated and kind of dichotomous to the music itself.
Yeah,
so I think
it definitely is. Yeah, everything you do is atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it was when I first discovered Italian horror films. You know, when I first I was very young and I saw Deep Red. You know, and I was just by Dario Argento's Deep Red, just in case no one's heard of it. Which, if you haven't, shame on you. Get out there and watch it. But just watching his camera just prowl along innocuously through streets and corridors and just the way music was used to turn the otherwise benign and ordinary into something incredibly mysterious, tense, and dreamlike. So yeah, I've always been kind of addicted to atmosphere. And same thing again, discovering John Carpenter's music, the way it draped. I always say Halloween is just like a bunch of babysitters walking around with Bill Shatner occasionally poking out from a bush until you throw Carpenter's music all over that. And that's what creates that sense of
dread,
atmosphere and dread. Otherwise, it's kind of boring. So I've really been into my whole life exploring the sound and tension and tone in cinema.
Yeah, man. Hey, Lily and I were just talking. How are things in Toronto with regards to, getting over to America right now? There's no restrictions for you, is there? And I mean, we've been asked to kind of avoid large groups here for the next 30 days.
We have the same thing. I had a show opening for the synth band Voyager. It's their first Toronto show. We were doing a show together. It's supposed to be last night. They pulled the plug on that. They pulled the plug on everything. Not all the movie theaters, but a lot of them are starting to shut down. All the schools are shut down till April. Everything's systematically shutting down, and we're also slave to the whole toilet paper phenomenon. I mean, you go to a supermarket and it's stripped. It's packed with people. People are starting to get very scared, and understandably so. There. And every time someone coughs, you think that they've got the coronavirus. It's insane. But yeah, I mean, we're with you. We're not quite in I don't think the epicenter, the eye of the storm that you guys are, but it's inevitable. This is going to be the new normal for a while, I'm afraid.
Yes, it is. And there's probably a good film you've got brewing in the back of your brain, I would suspect.
I don't, but I mean, I always have a film brewing in the back of my mind, but what I do think optimistically about this, like the other night, our show was canceled. So we had booked a rehearsal for the Friday. We said, well, listen, let's just flip the cameras on us and do a live stream of our rehearsal like a show. And so anyone in the world can tune in and watch us perform for free. And so if you go to my Facebook page and my drummers page, it's on there now. But we did that. And I think this is going to, I always find the best art thrives under the most direst of circumstances, especially horror, especially dark stuff. So I guarantee you we're going to see some really interesting shit this year. 2020 may be a dark year for society, but I think because of that, we're going to see some really innovative, interesting art.
Quick question. When you make a film in Canada, do you get financial, artistic support?
You can. I mean, for example, not just film, but Rue Morgue, the magazine Rue Morgue, for many years, the magazine sustained itself on the level it was sustaining itself because they were getting what they called the Canadian periodical fund or something like that, where they would get, about half their expenses back. So we have always had really good tax resources for film and media in Canada. A lot of that's kind of changed a little bit. I personally haven't exploited any of that. Anything I've ever made has been using American money, American financiers or European financiers. I'm fiercely independent. I would never say never, but it's never been interesting to me to try and exploit tax money and sit around and wait. I don't like waiting. That's probably why I get along with Charlie Band so well, is that you get an idea, you want to execute it immediately. You don't want to sit around and wait years. I'm involved in a couple projects now that are bigger, that one does involve tax credits. I'm not involved in that process, but I'm sitting here with my thumb up my ass for like almost 2 years now, waiting for this thing to get off the ground. It's like, enough.
Gotcha.
It's not my interest to do that, but certainly if you explore that and you have people working for that, you can work the system a little bit to get the government to pony up a few shekels for your film.
Gotcha. Hey,
Yeah.
we're gonna pop up the website for Delirium Magazine. We want to direct people here too. So Delirium Magazine, tell us a little more about it. It's sci-fi and horror and
It's everything. It's
Yeah.
everything. It's like, I love all film. I always say, like, at this stage of my life too, it's not just I don't like a lot of quote unquote new horror movies. I like, because I can find horror anywhere. I can find it all over the place. I think it's very limiting the way people view the genre. I think it's people like to classify it, put things in a box. And so the whole point of Delirium is to really kind of explore all the facets of the genre, with the whole very idea of it, what a horror film is, or, a dark entertainment, or just a weird movie, like, look, you just passed like Cyndi Lauper and Jeff Goldblum in the movie Vibes. It's not a horror movie, but I mean, it's got cult appeal from stem to stern. Jeff Goldblum right off the fly, Cyndi Lauper's only starring role, special effects by Richard Edlund, the great Richard Edlund, Ghostbusters, Life Force and shit like that. I mean, it's just a weird ass movie, weird cast. So yeah, Delirium is kind of a grab bag of anything I want to put in it that I think is interesting.
Cool.
Visually,
Yeah.
text, film, music, whatever I find is kind of appealing and bizarre.
All right. So even some music reviews or albums or whatever.
But whatever. I mean, to me, it all fits. It's just
Yeah.
it's kind of like a great DJ mix. You can make anything fit if you can find the right entry points to stitch them together, the right philosophy, the right point of view. And that's the point of this magazine. Is there is no point necessarily. It's just whatever is cool.
And then you've got some great feedback on a lot of current film, and that's at Alexander on Film.
Yeah, you got it. Third one's a charm.
There you
Yeah.
go. .com. There we go. Right there. Look.
Yeah, so that was another thing. I've been around long enough that I Rotten Tomatoes made me an authorized critic guy, so I have a blog where I can share a lot of my thoughts on film and interviews and whatever I want to put on there. But yeah, primarily it's a blog for my film essays.
Yeah, nice. Lily,
Yeah.
did you know that Chris was making a film with Ogre from Skinny Puppy?
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, no, Ogre is. I've been a Skinny Puppy fan since I was a young kid. You're a fan too, presumably. I don't know.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, Skinny Puppy was everything to me in the 90s. I mean, my God, still is. I mean, it's one of my favorite bands of all time. And my music is very influenced by Kevin Key and Ogre stuff. But yeah, so I've always been a fan, and I met him, I guess, when he came to Toronto to shoot Repo, the Genetic Opera.
Yeah.
And we became really close friends and remained that way for a couple years. And I always thought he was, the energy that Ogre has on stage is incredibly cinematic and incredibly dramatic.
And visual.
Seeing Puppy live, especially in their earlier years, was like seeing a living, breathing horror film on stage.
Yes.
Listening to Cleanse, Fold, and Manipulate was like listening to a horror movie. So I was always like, well, someone's got to try to capture that energy. So a couple of years ago, we made a movie called Queen of Blood.
Yeah.
And, we couldn't afford Ogre for long, but he gave me a good deal. We brought him up to Toronto.
Yeah.
Alex Kavanaugh, who did all the costumes and traps for the Saw movies and the Ginger Snaps films, she came on board, did the costumes, and produced it with me. And we had some maniacal fun throwing Ogre around. It's kind of like a weird dream state Western. Where Ogre's spitting blood and flipping over trees and doing insane stuff. And
Yeah.
we had basically 24 hours, and we worked him hard, and we had a blast.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And just as a reminder, so Chris Alexander at Texas Frightmare Weekend, it's May 1st through the 3rd, along with people like Alice Cooper. You probably,
line.
yeah, can you believe that? Plus David Cronenberg and Clyde Barker and Tracy Lords and Henry Thomas, and the list goes on.
It's insane.
Yes, what a fest! And Ogre was a fan for a long time. I would see him at the festival for many years. I wish he'd come back too.
Yeah, I reached out to him about that. I did a panel with him at Frightmare, I think the first year I was there, or one of the years, I don't know. And I was hoping he'd come back. We could find a way to bring him back, and then we could get him up on stage and do some vocal for some of my stuff. But he's working on the new album.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't know if he's even going to emerge from where he is for a while, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, but having Cronenberg there is a huge deal, and he,
Yeah.
he's a friend of mine. He lives here in Toronto.
Oh.
And so to get him, and he doesn't do conventions, So to get him
No,
out
he
to-
doesn't.
I was kind of like, I helped a little bit, kind of get him to that stage where it was like, this is a good idea.
Well, thank you, Chris.
Yeah, no, hey, listen, I'm doing my part
Yes.
for King and Country.
Right.
But he is, so this will be his first official U.S. convention appearance. So it's a big deal. Big deal.
It is. Wow.
Yeah.
Woo. Man, it's great. It's great to talk to you. We need to do this again, and if time permits, try to squeeze another one in before May. But
Sure.
man, we wish you the best, Chris. I know you've got your hand in a lot of things, and we respect what you do, and keep doing it.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys, for having me on. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you in a few weeks.
Absolutely, we'll see you. It's 6 weeks away. I think this kind of danger zone we're in is only for a couple more weeks, I think. So as far as we know, all systems go, of course, for Frightmare Weekend in Dallas, Texas.
Yes, I'll see you there.
Thank you, Chris. Bye now.
Guys, take care. Bye.
The fabulous Chris Alexander. You got to check out some of his films too.
I'm going to, yeah.
All right. So what kind of badass dude has 2 websites?
Right?
AlexanderOnFilm.com.
I don't even have one.
Yes, you do.
Well,
No, we should talk about that.
technically.
So, hey, fans from Canada, go to OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. Only Canadian fans? No,
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.com/Lily Lurid to find adult content of our wonderful co-host, Lily, and support her. She needs it right now. We all do.
I do, yes.
Man, it's great to talk to him and get caught up and look forward to seeing him. So we'll be there at Frightmare.
Yes, we
Hopefully
will.
we can pull him aside and throw him in the hearse and drive around and show him Dallas since he's never left the hotel.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get him to do something.
Chris. But man, what a cool guy. So he's been associated with Fangoria Magazine, Rue Morgue Magazine, Gore Zone Magazine, we didn't mention that, and Delirium Magazine.
Oh,
and
wow.
and all of them are deep into the macabre. You got to meet this guy.
I do.
Yes, you
I
do.
really do.
Got to get some Lily Lurid and Chris Alexander pictures. Hey, man, we hope everyone is doing fine. We have a wonderful set of guests coming up right now from somewhere in Texas, I think. Shadow Fashion is a darkwave band Supreme. I love their new video, and I love their previous video, and very curious to talk to these guys about what's going on and how their life is right now. They made good. All right. Hey, Patrick and Shadow Fashion, you guys here?
Hey, what's up, man?
We've got so on our screen is Patrick on the left, and Chuck, who plays synth, and Svea is drums. Oh yeah, heck yeah, man! Thank you for joining us. Are you in Austin?
No, we're in San Antonio.
All right, good. And we're thrilled to have you because, man, when I ran across the band and then the new video, Children of the Night, you're gonna love this, Lily. Did you guys say hi to Lily, our co-host?
Hello, Lily.
Hi, Lily.
Hello.
Cheers.
Oh, nice tea.
Thank
Love
you.
it. Nice.
Watch out for her. Hey, we were just talking where you can find more of Lily, and that's at OnlyFans. Can I mention this again?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
onlyfans.com/Lily Lurid. And you guys go there and check it out. Oh, what are some comments going on before we jump in with Patrick and crew?
See, we've got Joe Manco, Thorne, Jennifer, Lynn, Gabriella, Catalina. Everybody's here.
They're saying hi?
Mm-hmm.
Good. We really appreciate everyone for sending in messages, and we want you to not only love on Chris Alexander when he's in town, but love on this band, Shadow Fashion, from San Antonio, Texas, and they make some great dark wave.
Is it Lily's birthday today?
It was yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Mine's tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, too.
Happy birthday to you as well.
Man, it's fantastic. So, like, almost St. Patrick's Day birthdays.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
Lily yesterday, and then you guys, tomorrow. That's awesome. We're talking to you on Ides of March. I thought it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if you guys don't mind, we're going to jump to the video right now, show the whole thing, and then we want to talk to you about it on making it, creating the song, and sorry?
We're doing children.
Yeah, Children of the Night. Children of the Night. Is that right? Yep. And then we'll talk to you on the flip side about where you found all these vampires.
Okay.
Let's do it.
that was nice.
Great video.
It was. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Lily has some questions for you
I do.
Yeah.
that involve blood.
What was your inspiration for the video?
The whole vampire thing, I guess, came in. So we have another band. Let me mention that. Saturday Night Shockers, and that's me, Chuck, Steve, which is the guitar player in Shadow Fashion. He's the bass player in Shockers.
Okay, I got you.
So that band is like total, like we use vampire imagery and all that. So I kind of borrowed that from that band because we just resurrected in 2018, and it had been about 8 years since we played with that band. So
Okay,
when I
gotcha.
started creating this song, I think that was one of the influences, was that all that was going on. So I'm like, hey, let me borrow that and use it for this video. So yeah, I think that's where that came from.
Awesome. Was that Logan and Daily South?
Yes. Yeah, that's Logan and Daly. They happen to be there. We're like, hey, can we this video is shot by Eric Gustafsson from Adoration
yeah.
Destroyed. And I think he did an amazing job.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, we saw them there and we're like, hey, you want to be in a video? And they were all for it. So
Oh, definitely. They're the king and queen of Austin's Vampire Court, if you didn't know.
Very cool. Very cool. Hey, Sevilla, that was some good drumming too, man.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
I love seeing it. I love seeing it in a video, and just all the sexy girls and all the sharp teeth, and woo, God, it's a great song, man. I was telling Lily, it's got a great beat, but it's got a great melody too. So,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna everywhere I DJ, I'm playing that song. Children of the Night.
Yeah, thank you.
Heck yeah.
More the merrier.
All right, future plans. What's on the 2020 horizon for you guys?
Right now we do want to shoot another video, and that might take a while. With everything going on right now. It's
Yeah.
kind of crazy out there.
Yeah.
But I'm shooting for some release in like the summer, if not fall, for another music video. But during that time that we're doing all that, we'll probably just be doing studio work, a lot of studio stuff.
All right, look, when you do the video, the Nordic model to my left,
Oh, right.
you need to get in touch with her. So either you film it up here in Dallas, or just send her down there, and she's expensive, but definitely worth it.
Well, this next video we plan on traveling to the desert.
I got you.
Okay, well, okay, where in Arizona or where?
I sent everybody a text one night. I'm like, we're traveling West Texas to find a desert. So
Okay. Yeah, you go to Marfa. Go to Marfa, and there's a lot of desert around there. It's only an 8-hour drive, I think.
is that west or?
That's west. Yeah, that's out west.
Yeah, and ironically, with all this crazy stuff going on, the video happens to be like a post-apocalyptic.
Perfect.
So we'll see how that goes.
All right, so what he wants you to do is bring your helmet and your glasses and all of your steampunk stuff.
Yeah, I can do
bring-
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
She's got suitcases full of costumes, I think.
I might.
Mad Max.
I just might.
It's gonna be hot.
Oh, it's gonna be hot.
It's gonna be hot. You're doing a desert shoot in the summer.
In the summer.
So, in
That's
summer,
why I'm
yeah.
maybe thinking fall might be a better time for that.
When I was out to Marfa like a year ago, I saw some wild boar. I mean, there's wild pigs
Oh,
out there.
wow,
So
really?
so be careful, okay? Because
Yeah.
they eat you and they leave nothing. They leave. There's no sign that a human being was there after they eat you.
Yeah, and hey, maybe we get that on film or something.
Yeah.
You'd be like, keep the camera rolling.
I think so. I've talked to Eric about shooting this one, the next one too. So,
Good.
since he did such a well job on this video, yeah.
Hey, all right. So I saw Chuck drinking some water, and look, we're gonna send you guys some water. We're gonna send you some of this. It's liquid death. Yeah, it's liquid death. Give me your address, Patrick, and I'm gonna send you a case of liquid death
Awesome.
And it'll be 12 cans. Now, this is water that is for not only metalheads, but all darkwave artists or horror fans or vampires. Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's water. It is water for the artistic type, and it's in a recyclable aluminum can, infinitely recyclable, because their motto is death to plastic.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
drink it on stage. Now we got
Yeah.
got something to recycle. There you go.
Right. So and it looks cool. You're drinking it on stage. You don't want to be photographed holding a plastic bottle on stage. You don't, because it'll be socially unacceptable shortly to even be holding that. So I'm going to send you a case of this. Yeah, there we go. Look, do you want the sparkling water or regular flat?
Regular.
Yeah, rig.
Isn't that funny? Most people I talk to just like, they want the regular too.
Yeah, they do.
Do you like the sparkling?
It's not bad, actually. Yeah.
Look. Here's what Lily does. She just kind of sinks her teeth into the top of the can. She doesn't even have to pull the tab.
Yeah, I was gonna say she doesn't even pull it; she just bites the side like.
So you guys are promising me you're going to go to onlyfans.com/Lily Lurid. It's 8 letters. Lily Lurid, right?
Yep.
All right, good. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. She's got some great content there, and at least check it out.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, of course. Heck yeah. You're part of this show. We want people to subscribe and see Lily Lurid. Hey, I know we have a lot of people saying hi to Shadow Fashion, I think, on the chat room.
What is up, everyone?
Let's see. Brian Landis is rock on. I think everybody's excited about not only the most previous video that you just made, but the next one as well.
Good. Now we're talking about Forever. Can we show that?
Yeah, show it.
Okay. So, here's what we're gonna do. If we don't have time for the full video, we're gonna show at least half of it right now and come right back to you. Okay. So this is Forever by Shadow Fashion. Some awesome dark wave. It's right up my alley. It is right up my ass. I mean alley.
Now I'll show you forever.
We got Patrick and Svea and Chuck, collectively known as Shadow Fashion. And okay, so one of your fans has commented in the chat room, and Lily's going to relay it. It's from Trioxin.
Trioxin Steve, he says, I told you, Pat, since day one when it was originally Heart Attack. You got it in you, dude.
Oh yeah, no, that guy has helped me bring the project to light for sure. He used to be in Bind, Torture, Kill, BTK. That was probably like 2010, and Steve helped me for sure. Yeah.
Man, fantastic. And you know, we understand it's not easy to make a music video.
Oh, a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of money.
Right. Work, time, money, and you got those darn actors who are always wanting stuff.
Pizza.
Right, pizza. Hey, where's the Coke? Where's the pizza? Well, you know, no, that's not in your contract, dude. We're not giving you cocaine.
But everybody in these past two videos, they just did it out of the love of, you know, the music and being on film. Work for sure.
I'm sorry. And what did you say, Svea?
Oh, it's just support. You know, they
Good.
support us.
Good deal. Well, I'm glad you set the record straight. I didn't mean to disparage any of those in those two videos.
Oh no.
Hey, I don't know if you saw the first part of our show. We had a wonderful horror director on named Chris Alexander. He's going to be at Texas Frightmare Weekend in May. Do you guys ever come up for that?
I haven't. I thought about it, but when is it this year?
May 1st through the 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah, keep it in mind. It's right at the DFW airport in a big hotel, and it's a very large, cool horror convention. And there will be a synthwave, darkwave act, and that's Chris Alexander with his drummer playing on Friday night. He plays a gig on Friday night.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we'll try to go up there. If not then another time for sure.
Good.
In Dallas.
Let me know if anything else cool pops up. And Matt, it's great. It's great that our vampire is talking to more vampires, and that there is such a great scene in Texas.
There really is, yeah.
You know, agreed.
Houston Vampire Court, Austin Vampire Court, Dallas. Yeah, awesome people. We're not part of that. We're we're kind of posers.
No, come on, man.
I don't drink blood.
You go out at night. You go out.
Yeah.
At night.
I don't think drinking blood is a requirement.
No, not necessarily, no.
I just, you know, I really respect that community for sure. And I just love the imagery of the whole vampire culture. So,
Lost Boys.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And shout out, oh yeah, there you go. Plus, inebriant, that is Chuck.
Yeah. Jay said, "What's up?" They said, "Tell Jay what's up."
Yeah, Jay. I hope she's watching.
you better be.
And of course, we love Skate Eggs too, man. So heck yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys a lot, and you know, as much as you can, please keep making some great music. And congratulations on this video and this song. I think it is very strong. I really do. And just a really atmospheric video, which I love.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Gary Kostick did that second video. Shout out to Gary Kostick.
Shout out Gary. Heck yeah, Forever. So Forever is about a year ago, and then Children of the Night was just released in December.
Okay, I got you. Nice.
I think.
I was gonna say, hopefully, you know, before we get to more videos, we'll be putting out more music
Okay, yeah.
videos, because we have a lot of stuff that we're working on behind the scenes as well that need to get out. Yeah, we're gonna be trying to put out more stuff after this Children of the Night.
Good. And on Bandcamp right now?
Yes.
Okay, so we can download either of those songs at the moment.
Yep.
Oh, excellent. Patrick, Svea, and Chuck, Shadow Fashion. Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like having darkwave bands on.
I do too.
I think really, I mean, our engineer probably won't like this, but really next time we need to just have one play us, a gig right here.
Yeah, no.
we got plenty of room. We set up a little drum.
Room it.
We got keyboard. We got Patrick singing.
Let's do it. Hey, and we're missing Steve right now.
Oh.
He couldn't join us today, but yeah. Shout out to Steve.
Okay, Steve. All right, I apologize, man. Okay, yeah. So there's 4 of you guys, and Steve is number 4. Shout out to Steve, and he's on guitar.
Yeah, he's a guitar player.
Yeah, in the video it was great. I loved his guitar and his imagery as well. So.
Oh, yeah.
He has the good hair in those videos.
Yeah.
You gotta have good hair, right? So, have you guys seen Lily Lurid's red hair? It goes down to the floor almost. And we try and get her to stand on top of the table every show, but so far it hasn't worked. So.
Nice.
I'm gonna go look her up after the show.
Yes, please do.
Heck yeah. And you know what? It's perfect. St. Patrick's Day coming up. This is our redhead to my left. And, you know, she, at this time of year, she looks Irish. But, Jason. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Our engineer. But we want to see you, Jason. Our engineer. Yeah, he's Irish this time of year. Yeah.
Hey, cheers, Jason. What's up?
Just a little bit. How's it going, guys?
But really, you're Nordic.
I am.
What is your real heritage? All over? It's
Scandinavian and Irish.
see?
So interesting.
Yes.
Interesting combination.
I know. You're into all the pagan religions, which I love. Heck yeah. Lily Lurid. You will see her live and in person at Texas Frightmare Weekend if you come up in early May. Keep that in mind, guys.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think we'll talk about it and see if we can get a whole group and road trip for sure.
I'm down for that.
Good. It's a wonderful convention with a lot of great horror icons, like Alice Cooper is going to be there, David Cronenberg, Clive Barker, Tracy Lords, Henry Thomas, a lot more. It's big.
I'm hoping everything blows over and they don't cancel that. You know,
right.
So many shows getting canceled.
Right. Hopefully it is all, right, dead, gone by then.
Hopefully.
So
we'll see.
We'll keep you posted here on the Corpsepaint Show. And you know what? If someone dies, you do see a corpse, then send it over to us, and we'll sell the body parts or something. Hey, Lily runs a shop and she sells human remains.
I do.
That's where I was trying to go with that.
Oh, cool. What's her shop?
It's Lurid's Wares.
Okay. And it's a shop in Dallas?
It's actually just an online shop for the moment.
Okay, cool. We'll follow that too and check it out.
Thank you.
Yep. What? She's going to talk louder? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I think you said move your hair back. So, no, I'm just kidding. You do whatever you want.
Kind of,
That's okay. Thank you, Lily,
You're welcome.
for being a great sport and being a wonderful co-host. And thank you, Shadow Fashion Man, for spending some time with us. I really appreciate you carving out some time on a Sunday to join us. I really, really appreciate it. And let's do it again. And especially if you're coming up to Frightmare, we want to maybe capture some, some hellos with you, or at least some photographs.
Cool.
Sounds
Definitely.
good.
All the best to you guys. And look, I'm going to look forward to new music, but I really enjoy what you put out already. Lily and I say so long for now, and all the best to Shadow Fashion.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. Heck yeah. Did our laptop die? Because
It did not, actually.
oh,
Almost.
good. Okay. Any other updates there, Lily?
Let's see. Dice says black market sales.
Black market sales?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry, Dice. I don't do black market sales.
Black market.
I'm more expensive than that.
But worth it.
Certainly worth it, yes.
Well, okay. But thank you, Dice, for watching. I really appreciate your commentary and at least checking out our show. Really appreciate that. And to Gabby and to Shelby McKnight and to Richard and all the other names you read off, we really appreciate you guys. Any other updates? Any other?
Let's see. Jai wants Chuck's shirt.
Oh, right. What a great inebriant shirt, right? Right, Jai? Jay? It's Jay and Satan and Lily. She was a guest on the show. I really enjoyed having her here. Love Inebriant very much. Their other band is called Shockers.
Shockers? Okay.
Yeah, something Shockers. Yeah. So we got to check out that band too. So.
Yeah, definitely.
We have a lot more coming up this month and wonderful guests and continue to keep you up to date on Texas Frightmare Weekend, all the guests and fun and parties, etc. Hey, big thanks to Ziggy Becker, who helps produce this show, and Jason Stark from Stark Enterprises, who is the one who is on the engineering board. And man, we keep him hopping all show. Big thanks to you for making time to come out during the day.
Absolutely.
And yes, I appreciate you, Lily.
Thank
So, heck, we say on the show, we hope you get what you deserve, but also right now, check on all your friends, elderly relatives, and such. If they're on their own, check on their mental health. But let's work on this collectively and get past it. And another great show next week. So, adios for now. We want you to elevate your life by going underground. By that we mean supporting independent art, independent music, independent print, independent movies.